Hi, and welcome to Slow Blinks TV. I'm Charles.
And I'm Kristen.
And today we're talking about
Cleopatra 2525.
Slow Blinks.
Well, we're going back into the Raimi verse.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
By that I mean shows that he's produced, not necessarily written. So other Raimi verse episodes you might want to check out that we did are Xena and Jack of All Trades.
Now, Jack of All Trades is important because it was part of a broadcasting power hour with Cleopatra 2525. And that was when it was a half an hour show, and then Jack of All Trades was half an hour. After Jack of All Trades got canceled, this show became an hour long. So the show was created by Robert Tappert and R.J. Stewart, who were both executive producers with Sam Raimi.
Yeah, and I would say this show owes a lot to Charlie's Angels. So there are three women. They work for The Voice, which is essentially their Charlie.
Great.
And then they also have a Bosley type character who is a reprogrammed android sort of thing. His name is Mauser. So the core premise is that Cleopatra is actually from the year 2000.
Okay.
So the years the show was made.
2000, 2001.
But she was getting a breast augmentation.
Yes.
She wakes up on what is just egg crate.
That's how they froze her?
I don't think that's how they froze her, but that's how they stored her, is on an egg crate. Something happened, and they decided to cryogenically freeze her.
Right, and she's a stripper, right?
She is a stripper, yes. So she thought it would enhance her career.
All of the women dress revealing. Like, Gina Torres is also sort of like a sci-fi badass outfit. And then Sarge dresses like she's in roller derby or something?
Yeah. It says on the box, the fight for Earth has never been hotter.
So let's talk about our three main characters. Cleopatra, our main character, our protagonist, is played by Jennifer Skye. Jennifer Skye was in Sea Quest, and she had an appearance in that. She was in Xena as one of the
Amazons.
Thank you. So we have Cleopatra, and I'm sorry, I'm going to show this image of Gina Torres from the show. This is not Cleopatra. This is Cleopatra.
Yes, they did go for one of the blonde girls to be Cleopatra.
And then obviously Gina Torres was in like Firefly and many other things. Her name is Hel.
Short for Helen.
Right.
They think Hel sounds cooler, so they went with that.
And it's spelled like the Norse afterlife. Hel is like the tough, badass, like leader of the team. She's like in charge of their little squad.
And then her second in command is Sarge, Victoria Pratt. She was on another show called Mutant X.
Yes, we will someday talk about Mutant X.
Sarge is actually from the surface, which is very rare because most people live underground.
Right.
And we find out that her real name is Rose, not Sarge, because her parents weren't crazy.
Cleopatra is woken up from cryogenic storage.
And I can tell you why if you want.
Yes, that'd be great.
So people who were cryogenically frozen from the past are called thaws, and they usually wind up in body farms.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Where they just are taken for parts. In the very first episode, Sarge gets shot, so her kidney was blown.
Okay.
And apparently she only had the one kidney left, and she ended up getting a kidney from Cleo. I think they don't have money, but they trade for a piece of wood because wood is so rare now. Actually, I have wood earrings today, so...
You'd be worth a fortune.
Yeah. She kind of like wakes up and they meet her, and instead of leaving her there to die and be further body farmed, which Sarge is like, whatever, I don't want to take on a problem. And Hel's like, no, we can't leave her here.
She'll be body
wrong.
she'll be body farmed. She's just a little body farmed. That's all right. They explained to her that the surface world, it's taken over by robots.
They're called Baileys, and they're these giant flying robots. I think later they're revealed to be the invention of their arch clownnemesis. Krieger, I think is his name.
Okay.
Or is it Cregan? Cregan, sorry, it's Cregan. The Baileys have been around hundreds of years, so then you find out that Cregan is also a thaw.
I wonder where they filmed the stuff that's on location. And so much of it is green screen backgrounds, like really, really obvious, but very entertaining green screen chasms. They live in these large tunnels.
They're shafts.
the shafts.
Yeah, so there are multiple shafts.
Yes.
And then people live off of the shafts. So let's talk about this episode that I picked. I think is a good encapsulation, a fun little window into the series. It's called The Soldier Who Fell from Grace.
We start with Mauser presenting a gift to Cleopatra. He's like mentioned that he's heard these stories that she's missed her dog. And he gives her an annoying little thing called Mr. Pants.
So her first dog was named Mr. Pants.
This is Mr. Pants Mark II.
This is Mr. Pants Mark II.
Yes, and so we get this little, it's like there's a practical version of it, and then there is a CGI version of Mr. Pants.
And Mr. Pants sort of looks like a toaster
Yes.
crossed with a Furby.
Well, there weren't any real dogs left after the underground food wars of 2347, so Mauser had to improvise.
Thank you, Mauser.
How was your new training partner?
Okay.
Sarge, what is it, boys? Take the team to Landing 47 and run some shaft drills.
Voice, we've been running drills for 6 weeks. When are you gonna give us a mission? Distortion grenade!
Master, intruder protocol!
Who are you?
I'm your new team leader.
After he reveals that he's like, I'm in charge now, we get the credits. Credits are great.
Oh, right.
The theme song is really good. It's not Cleopatra coming at you, which I'm sure everybody would assume considering the time.
Yeah, so this came out in the year 2000.
That song was 98.
And that song was 98. And in my brain, I had kind of combined Cleopatra coming at ya with this.
500 years into the future, she will enter a world where machines rule the earth. Mankind has been driven underground. And in the year 2525, 3 women keep hope alive, joining forces to reclaim the earth, looking ahead to humankind's rebirth.
Marcus tells them that Voice is going to put him in charge instead of Hell because like they're woefully unprepared and they keep screwing up missions. He says that they are putting the resistance at risk.
Your power levels are 20% below normal. Is there a problem with your quad uranium reactor? What do we have here?
I was just using it to dry my things because if it's on full power, it just burned them all up.
You could get your teammates killed because your lab defenses weren't at full power. Well, at least you'll have nice dry clothes to wear to their funerals.
Cleopatra's tiny little underwear is net, completely sheer. It looks like she could literally just like wave it in the air a little bit and it would dry.
So she feels utterly ashamed.
Sarge is with Stratton, and Stratton is helping to like remove Voice, the implant from behind her ear, and it is gnarly. It is like this long spike thing that like goes right into your like spine or whatever. We also have a scene with Sarge being like, "Hey, you're all right, Cleopatra."
Play fetch.
Sure. Okay. He knows that I'm just a girl from the 20th century playing soldier. If I thought you were gonna get in my way or hurt the team, I would have stuck you back in that freezer ages ago.
Now, if you two are done crying on each other's shoulders, there's a mission briefing in 20 minutes. Oh, fetch.
For the first time in this episode, this happens a couple of times, a character falls into the shaft, and this time it's Mr. Pants. He leaps into the shaft, and you're like, well, that's all right. That was annoying anyway.
No, it's not right.
Because he has rocket boots.
I think there's a scene just between Marcus and Hel is basically defending her team as well as Cleopatra. He's like, this isn't a sleepover, those are your soldiers. And she's like, yeah, but they're also my friends, so I'm gonna treat them like my friends. So they're supposed to go to a debriefing. So Marcus says, this is authorized personnel only. And Hel is like, I told you, Cleo is authorized personnel.
Not Cleo.
You. Hel has been on the outs with Voice because Voice has information about her father. So she has done some things that are maybe a little compromising to the mission to try to find out more about her father. She's like dismissed from the briefing. She goes to a room to pack her stuff up.
Yeah, she immediately quits.
Living legend or not, that guy's completely out of control.
Sarge, get back to the briefing.
I joined to fight with you. And if you're not part of this team, then I got no interest in being on it.
So what are you gonna do, Sarge? Go back to your old life? I'm sure you could still turn a few credits scamming defenseless levels for protection money. I'm sorry. I just don't want you to give up everything because of me.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Goodbye.
Can we talk a little bit about her bed?
I think it's interesting when you watch shows in the future to see what their beds look like. In Babylon 5, there were aliens that slept like
Okay.
like this. Like Star Trek, I think they have the little triangle pillows in.
Yes, they have the little triangle pillows, and they also have the like shiny reflective space blankets, but otherwise they're pretty normal bed.
This bed looks like the most uncomfortable bed. It is a stainless steel table that has been molded into an S-curve.
Yes.
And it looks like they put a very thin gel sheet on top of it. I guess there are no side sleepers in the future.
I just imagined like trying to roll onto your side, how incredibly painful that would be.
No, you would die, I think. I'm pretty sure it would just snap your spine.
So Hel is like, I'm out of here, and she leaves, and the way that she leaves is to just jump into the chasm to fall in front of the green screen. Does she land? How does she just lands, right?
Yep, they've got kind of Spider-Man style web shooters they can kind of swing onto a ledge with, or they can land with whatever boot technology they have.
got pretty great boot technology.
Sometimes their breasts inflate into airbags.
That's not true.
That's not true.
You pranked me.
And then we cut to the briefing.
Since your team's discovery of the shaft defense cannons, we've been trying to find a way to harness them for our own use. Since these cannons are the only weapon we've seen that could bring down a baby, phase 1 of the operation is to gain access to the cannon's internal mechanism, which can only be done with the cannons in the firing position. Phase 2 is to move the cannons above ground. We're finally gonna take the fight to the babies.
There's a lot of great like hologram displays in the show. I think that's my favorite part about the briefing stuff.
So it cuts back to Hel.
Oh, right.
And she's landed, kind of it looks like at a brothel, walking past that into the level she used to live. So you see a door that says Carter, which is her last name. I thought she was looking for her dad. I guess what she's actually looking for is her aunt and uncle. An old neighbor that still lives there, like pulls a gun on her and is like, are you looting? And he recognizes her and is like, oh no, like 7 years ago, raiders completely ruined everything. He said that other people moved down shaft trying to find jobs. So she just has to basically continue down and try to figure out where they went. So we now go back to the team.
You know, Hel's still a part of this team, even though she's not here.
When I was in Frozen, I would have just become spare body parts if it hadn't been for Hel.
Well, when I first came underground, the only people I knew were trying to either buy me, sell me, or kill me, till I met Hel.
If Hal had noted my betrayal programming, I rather doubt we would have become friends.
How are we gonna keep going without her?
Just imagine how mad she's gonna be if we don't.
Now I think what it cuts to is Hel in the club.
She's in the club.
In the club. She's in a club. I don't know. There's more than one because there's lots of shafts and levels.
Yeah, it seems like that's a big part of the underground culture is nightclubs, which is cool.
They're mostly just raves, it seems like, which was very 2000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, doop, doop, doop. Anyway, so she runs into a guy there.
Who's not Bruce Campbell.
Dear God, allow me to introduce myself.
But looks kind of like Bruce Campbell.
It looks like they really wanted Bruce Campbell, and then like they got a guy who like does Bruce Campbell for birthday parties.
Hey, I'm looking for some people. A man and a woman named Carter. They may have come down from level 1921.
I'll be down.
You'll get in.
Hell, what brings you down this way? Undercover or something? Hey, boss, you sitting hell down here to check up on me?
I'm retired.
What a coincidence. So am I. There's more of us, Hal. Putting together a mission of our own. Little search and destroy op to stop Voice doing to anyone else what she did to us.
Thanks, but I'm looking for some people.
Why does it constantly look like they're on a boat or a spaceship or something? Because the camera is just constantly, not just rocking back and forth, but like sliding around.
I feel like that was just of the time. They thought that was really cool. I don't know.
Okay.
And we find out that Marcus would like Cleopatra to shoot, which she doesn't do.
He's like, you're going to need to be armed.
We see Cleopatra trying to back up Marcus.
They're surrounded by bad guys. She has to like turn and fight some bad guys, but they get overwhelmed.
Then you find out that it is just a simulation, that he stops and he's like, okay, you can do scanning. Because he doesn't want to die on the mission?
He's like, yeah, no, I'm just as likely to get shot as anybody else.
I'm surprised Cleopatra hasn't gotten you killed. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, considering the way Hell ran this team.
I've been listening to you talk trash about my friend since you got here. Think you're up to proving yourself in the White Room?
Bring it on.
This is the scene where the camera definitely moves the most. It's framed really cool through this big like round window where they're talking on the other side, but then it's like, I would expect one of the characters to be like, I'm so sorry, 1 second, and just to like turn around and just be sick for a second and be like, okay, I am just like, I have the worst vertigo right now.
You think about all the people Voice has gotten killed protecting herself. Dev, Carla, Jace, Straighten.
Did you say Straighten? Tell me about Straighten.
He's dead. What more do you want to know?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Hell, I saw Straighten die myself.
Did Voice know?
Who cares? I doubt it. I cashed it in that day, cut out my voice receptor on the spot and headed down here. Never made a report. Never spoke to Voice again.
Now we see them in the White Room.
But this fight is great. There's a lot of
flips.
There's a lot of flips.
There's a lot of flips.
One of the strategies they both employ is to just run around on the walls. There's the fairs and stuff where like motorcycles would go in a big cage and they would like ride around and they'd ride all the way around on the walls. It's one of those. Yes.
Still want me to take it easy?
I thought you were.
Enough! I said that's enough. You two want to kill each other? Do it after the mission.
So they're about to go on the mission, and right before they do, Straighten turns to the robot dog that's barking at him and growls at it, and then the cut on his forehead heals immediately, which I'm like, everyone just saw you with a cut on your forehead. What are you doing? Like, that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah, the mission is essentially that they're going to falsely trigger a Bailey attack by making a hologram that registers as a Bailey for the cannons to come out and start shooting. Then they'll go into the power room and try to figure out how they could possibly move it to the surface.
Mauser!
Hell, the mission is underway. You're not authorized to be here.
Mauser, I think Straighten's a betrayer. You have to warn Sarge.
Interference from the cannon fires cut off the comm signal. The team are on their own. Voice believes the mission is proceeding as planned.
Well, she can't talk to them, can she? How does she know? Are you gonna just stand there and follow orders, or are you gonna help our friends?
So in this room, they are trying to find information out about the power systems, and they find an old hologram.
Maybe it's encrypted. I don't know. I'm a stripper, not a scientist.
You have a question on the operation of the automated shaft cannon defense system.
How do I take over manual control of the system?
I'm sorry. For your safety and security, the system is designed to be fully automatic. The controls cannot be overridden.
So on the ledge with Straighten and Sarge, Straighten messes up the hologram.
Why'd you turn off that hologram, Straighten? I knew you healed too fast.
Stand back!
All personnel must exit the control area before the portals are sealed.
Why?
The cannon recharging cycle will flood the area with high-energy radiation that is incompatible with human life.
There's got to be a way to shut down the system. An emergency override.
Of course. Please provide override security code.
And then Hell comes up in a vehicle.
Yes. That immediately made me think, because of the color of the car and everything.
It's like red and yellow.
Yeah, I immediately thought of, like, I only had 3 payments left.
And I only had 3.
And I only had 3 more payments to go.
Marcus, we got a problem.
No kidding.
Your friend Straighten went a little betrayer on me, put a hole right through the holo projector. It's fried.
Mauser, I need you to uplink all the Bailey telemetry we have in the computers into the shaft racer, now! I'm going to transmit a signal to make those cannons think I'm the biggest, baddest Bailey they've ever seen. Who's the signal?
Come on! Cleopatra, hurry it up!
Oh, we're clear! She's having trouble outrunning the fire, and she can't accelerate fast enough. And I think she does get hit.
The enemy's jammed!
Boom.
He doesn't stand a chance. He ends up going over the edge.
Doesn't have rocket boots.
But then we Looney Tunes style see him go all the way to the bottom of the shaft, like. So the mission is over. Straighten is dead, and it's the next day, I think. And Gina Torres comes into the lab, and they are looking at the hologram
Hooray.
that Cleo managed to download on her wrist so that they could try to decrypt it on their own time.
Took me all night just to get him to materialize.
Where is Marcus, anyway?
I woke up this morning, he was already gone. I think he was too embarrassed to show his face when he found out his second in command was a betrayer.
I'd like to resume regular missions as soon as possible.
Anything you say, voice. Anything you say.
And Hell is like...
Voice? Okay, so you didn't notice that giant thing going back into your head? Did they do it while she was sleeping? Also, Hell seems to immediately give up on finding her aunt and uncle.
I don't care about that anymore. That's Cleopatra 2525. There are women with the will to survive.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us for this lovely little turn of the century time capsule. Please join us again.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, well, that was a good test. Do you want to try filming for real?
Oh my God.